What is up, guys? This is Matt from Matt's California Fireworks, and happy opening night eve. It is June 27th as of the uploading of this video. And so, in keeping with the last two videos, I did the Freedom and I did the TNT BOGOs. Now we're going to do the Phantom ones. Now, I know I ripped Phantom a new one on a few videos ago. I can't remember what I titled it. It was something like Phantom's Prices Make No Sense. But I'm going to be nice to them regarding these BOGOs, because a lot of these are actually pretty good. So the first one we have is this one up here, which you have the Cosmic Velocity, Galactic Radiance, and Electric Manipulation BOGO for $29.99. And this is one of the weaker ones. You can mix match these, which is something that I don't believe Freedom and TNT allow you to do. This is something I really like that Phantom does, actually, is that you can mix match these. However, for this one, I kind of advise against the mix match, and I say if you're going to get one of these, just get two Electric Manipulation. It is one of the weaker BOGOs on the Phantom catalog this year, but if you're going to get something out of this category, I recommend just getting two Electric Manipulations, and that's not bad. So let's move on. Next up, we got Storm Runner and Fiery Metal Flower. Again, this is a mix and match. I do want to apologize for the low resolution on this flyer. I was going to see if I could try and swing by a Phantom stand to grab a flyer and just kind of look at it and see and show it for tomorrow. But the Phantom stand nearest to me, there wasn't anybody out there. Sometimes after they load up the stands with fireworks, there's people sitting out there. But anyways, this is a good one. Probably the top one of the year. Across all three stands, probably in my opinion, apart from some of Freedom's novelty deals. You can get two Storm Runners. There is a bit of a risk because you don't know if you're getting the watered down one. But if you happen to get the good batch, this is a great deal. $25 for two of these. Now, if you still want to get this and you are more concerned about the watered down Storm Runner, you can always throw the Fiery Metal Flower in there, and then you got a spinner in your show. And there's not very many spinner fountains in California, unfortunately. And it's all right, but it's one of the easiest ones to find. So, if you want a spinner, you can grab the Fiery Metal Flower. I have demos of both of these. I have demos of the Fiery Metal Flower from last year, even though I've been told mine kind of dudded and went off all at once. I didn't think it was too bad. And I have a demo of the good Storm Runner and the watered down Storm Runner. And this might be a bit of a hot take, but I personally think that at this price, where you get two, the watered down Storm Runner is perfectly fine for $25. Don't tell Phantom I said that, but yeah. But if you get good Storm Runners and you get two good Storm Runners, this is one screaming deal. So, highly recommend trying this. It's just a matter of if you want to try your luck at getting two Storm Runners, or do you want to mix and match them? I don't really recommend getting two of the flower, though. It's kind of a one-and-done thing for me. A good rival for Best BOGO to the Storm Runner is actually this one, the Serenity, Luminescence, and Bazooka Torch. I'm pretty sure it's called Bazooka Torch mix match. I'm going to throw the Bazooka Torch out of this. It's just a giant sparkler, really. And I do mean giant. Those things like 4 feet tall. But anyways, Serenity and Luminescence. Serenity, very, very good deal. I highly recommend just getting two Serenities. That's going to be my pickup. The first tube of Serenity is probably some of the best color you're going to find on any of these fireworks. I mean, the next few tubes of Serenity are kind of but that first tube really does pay for itself. Luminescence, some people like this. I was not super impressed with it. Maybe I got a dud, but I wasn't super duper impressed with it. But if you want some variety, go ahead and grab it. It's not terrible. It's just not something I was super duper impressed with. My biggest recommendation is to buy the two Serenities, though. Once you see the color on the first Serenity, you're gonna want the second one. And even better, if you have magic whips or quick fuse, you know what? Fuse them up, and you'll have some amazing color that'll really dazzle your show. So, my idea, get two Serenities, but if you want the Luminescence, go ahead. Kind of stay away from the Bazooka Torch. Probably the best, it's amazing to me because there's $12.99 fountains in the under $13 section on Phantom's Flyer, and this Serenity is $12.50, and it blows them out of the water, even though it's a low noise fountain. It really does. So that's my advice for this one. This next section is probably the easiest one to hate on for Phantom. However, I personally don't think it's that awful. You got New York Harbor, Coral Reef, Radioactive Spark, and Peacock Tail Fan for $100. Now, I do think that it stinks that you have to spend $100 on this. Really, it does. And, you know, I really wish these would just be $50, but oh well, what can I do? In this category, my honest advice would probably be to get 2 Radioactive Sparks. If I was only able to get one, I would probably, for the second one, pick the Peacock Tail Fan. I do like it a bit more than Coral Reef, which is also not bad at all. New York Harbor it used to be good. I'm not super impressed with it now. It's kind of funny how you got this giant 500 grammer on the left here, and then you got Radioactive Spark and Peacock Tail Fan, which are nothing close to 500 grammers. But if I could, out of this category, I'd probably recommend just getting 2 Sparks. $50 each from, I mean, it's cheaper than TNT Spinner. I think TNT Spinner is maybe a little better. Some people might disagree on that, but this, if you know, it's the better deal on spinners. It's just they force you to buy 2. So, I don't think this category is as bad as at first glance, but it's definitely one of the weaker ones for Phantom. So, I would try and get 2 Radioactive Sparks. If you can't, the Peacock Tail Fan is also pretty unique. It's got a fan effect. And then Coral Reef also has a fan effect. Coral Reef is kind of similar to Delirium. It used to be better, but I like the Peacock Tail Fan better than I like the Coral Reef. Last but not least, on Phantom's BOGOs, we have the $40 category. This features Moondance Premier, Flower Pot, and Vibrant Voltage. Of these 3, the Vibrant Voltage is definitely the outlier here, and the one I would least recommend. My personal choice out of this, grab a Moondance Premier and mix match it with the Flower Pot. You can't go wrong with that, and you can't go wrong with picking up 2 of either of these. The Moondance Premier here, even though you have to buy 2, it drops down to $20, which is actually cheaper than the Jumbo Purple Rain at DFS. So it's a good deal, actually, for both of these. Is it the best BOGO that Phantom has? I think the Storm Runner and the Serenity one clears this, but this is definitely in the top 3. So, like I said, I don't really have that much bad to say about Phantom's BOGOs. So, if you just love them BOGO deals, this is the place to go. And this is why I kind of had the opinion that, like, okay, Phantom's not all bad. They got some stuff. I don't know what I'm going to type. I think I might stick in the thumbnail, Phantom is good, with, like, a question mark and some emojis just to, like, get some people to click on it. I'll admit to it. But I like these. I hope they keep them. Naturally, knowing Phantom, we're gonna throw a punch at them here. They're probably gonna just increase the price and make these all singles next year, but I like these. I like these choices. I do wish that the red, white, and blue Jubilee on the right was still BOGO, but what can I do about it? Anyways, that's all. See you guys tomorrow, which will be it kind of continues this BOGO series, but we're going to talk about my opinions on forced BOGOs. And to say the least, they're probably not going to be pretty. In fact, I know they're not going to be pretty. But, Phantom, good job on this. See you tomorrow. Happy shopping. That's tomorrow as well. Take care.